Yes, my nice and decent peoples. How is everyone? I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is okay. Better yet, I hope everyone is more than okay. I hope everyone is doing fabulously. This is the second one of my prediction videos. Wilder versus Zhilei Zhang. These are prediction videos to do with the fighter that's gonna fight Anthony Joshua in September. So Zhilei Zhang is a Chinese 6'6", 300-pound heavyweight, which is very much an anomaly. Guys from that part of the world are not usually heavyweights if they're fighters. They're usually quite small, straw weight, minimum weight, bantam weight, these type of smaller weight classes. He's been boxing since 2004. He's the first recorded fight I can see from Zhilei Zhang as an amateur, and then he turned pro 2014. He had a 10-year amateur career. Bunch of Asian championships, bunch of world championship, Asian games, university competitions and such like this. He went to 2 Olympics. In the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, he got the silver. 2012 Olympics, he got beat by Anthony Joshua, so he didn't get to any type of medal, and then he turned pro. And after he turned pro, 2014 he turned pro. He had a few, he had a whole lot of underwhelming fights, nothing to write home about. Quite under the radar, no one was really paying attention unless you're a degenerate boxing fan like my good self. I was watching, seeing what was going on with Zealand. I was thinking, what's going to happen with this guy? This is kind of a mad career, because by the time he turned pro, he was in his 30s. And I'm thinking, bro, because boxing is a very short career, it's a young man's career. 30 odd in the pros, you're coming to the end of your career, not starting out. So he turned pro at 31. I'm thinking, what's going on? Having these fights, I'm thinking, okay, what's it going to lead to though? Kept on calling out guys like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, talking about he wants to fight these guys, but no one was really paying attention, because on this side of the world, really, people didn't really care that much until he started to get himself into the sides of the promoters in this side of the world, such as your Eddie Hearns and your Frank Warrens. Right now he's on Frank Warren's team, and he started to have a few fights, make a little name for himself. He beat Joe Joyce twice. He had a fight with Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce is expecting to beat him and move on, because I think he had some sort of trinket title, WBO interim something, I'm not even sure. But he had a fight, and then he lost that fight, and he said, I want to have a rematch with this guy because I know I can beat him. So he rematches Zhang and loses again. And he actually lost in worse fashion than he did the first fight. I mean, the first fight was a TKO. So he walked him down and TKO'd him, technical knockout in the 6th round. But in the second fight, he just walked him down and knocked him out in the 3rd round. It was nothing long. He just knocked him straight out. Okay? Then he went on to have a fight with Joseph Parker. Now in this Joseph Parker fight, it was very swings and roundabouts. You'd have a period of time when Zhilei Zhang looks totally dominant, like Parker can't do anything with him. Then you had lots of periods where Parker was bossing the fight. So what I gathered from that fight is that Zhilei Zhang is very strong. He's got a lot of power, and if he hits you, he's going to hurt you. But what he doesn't have is stamina and staying power. He seems to fade out during the round even, not even just down the stretch. He will start off strong in the round, and then he will fade off coming to the end of the round. So it seems like he got a few stamina issues. So that's where we are. We're coming off of a loss to Joseph Parker, which was a majority decision loss, so he went the distance. I think he actually knocked Joseph Parker down a few times in that fight. Even if it wasn't once, he knocked him down twice in that fight. And it was a bit of a messy fight. But Joseph Parker won at the end of the day. And then he went on to beat Deontay Wilder, who Zhilei Zhang's about to fight. Now, when we didn't knock out Deontay Wilder, they took him the distance as well. So he went the distance with Zhang and he went the distance with Wilder, beat both of them. Now, when it comes to Zhang against Wilder, Wilder's also been a pro since 2009. Do you understand? He's been a pro from all the way down there. And I'm wondering, how comes he hasn't fought these guys yet? All this time he's been a pro. All this time he was a champion. He ain't fought these guys yet. So I think he's getting Zhilei Zhang at the right time. He's also coming off of a lot. Well, they're both coming off of a loss to the same guy. It's mad. It's a bit mad. At the same time, Wilder for me is also a guy who lacks stamina. He fades down the stretch. He fades from round to round as well. But what Wilder has is that straight right hand. And it is quite powerful. Some say he's the strongest boxer that's ever lived. He's the hardest hitting boxer that's ever lived. I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. Because who's he knocked out? If we look at the list of the fighters that he's knocked out, name me and go do the research. Look at the fighters that he's knocked out, and he ain't really knocked out anyone of note. He hasn't knocked out anyone of note. People might come and say, "Well, you knocked out Luis Ortiz." Who had Ortiz fought before he fought Wilder? Someone tell me a notable fighter that Ortiz fought before he fought Wilder, and I'm gonna let you know, you ain't gonna come up with anyone. There is no one that he's fought that's notable that he knocked out. Not one guy has he knocked out that's notable. So, with that being said, this is a bit of a hard one to call again. This is why this card is a good card, because at the end of the day, he has got the southpaw killer. Zhilei Zhang is a southpaw, and the southpaw killer is that straight right hand. And also the straight right hand is very heavy duty from Deontay Wilder. But how heavy duty is it actually? And how easily will he be able to land that shot on Zhilei Zhang? Zhilei Zhang, his output fades, and this is what gives Wilder the chance. But Wilder's output fades as well. Hard one to call. Well, I'm going to say Zhilei Zhang is going to stop Deontay Wilder. That is my prediction. Zhilei Zhang to stop Deontay Wilder later on down in the fight. 5, 6, 7 rounds, I'm giving it. And Zhilei Zhang is going to stop Deontay Wilder. My opinion. I can always be wrong, you know. This is me and my prediction segment starting out. I've already predicted Hrgovic to beat Daniel Dubois, and I'm now predicting Zhilei Zhang to beat Deontay Wilder. Those are my predictions. So let's go. Let's have it. Thanks for listening. Now on to the next. Let's go.